Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय राधा नील माधव, राधा नील माधव राधे। निताई गौरांग, निताई गौरांग, निताई गौरांग गौर हरि। जय 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 प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय श्री राधा नील माधव की जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरि बोल।
Very nice to meet you, Dan.
Oh, I'm so happy that you were here. You had come and you kept coming. Did you see the passport? You were the one who brought us the courage to stay together.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी, जय जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। Everybody please chant. गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा बनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे एवरीवन कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरि बोल निताय गौरंगा जय सचिनंदन निताय गौर हरि बो हरि बो हरि बो हरि बो निताय गौर हरि बो हरि बो जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सश्री श्रृंखला भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सश्री श्रृंखला भक्ति सिद्धांत सश्री ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीवीटी फाउंडाचार्य हितवान ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री गौर राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्री श्री नृसिंहदेव प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माता की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय पंचतत्व की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari. All glories to Sambal devotees. All glories to Sambal devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gaurang. All glories to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Vidaya Krishna Saya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishe Shunyavadi Paschat Desatarane Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunamilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapati Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamcha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesh Gopika Kant Shri Radha Kant Namastute. Tapta Kantana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha Kalpataruvya Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha, Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Dear devotees, brothers and mothers, young and old, everybody is welcome to Shri Radha Nila Madhava Temple, this evening program. So, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, today I am taking chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, verse 44. And this is, our whole Bhagavad Gita is very, very important, but this verse is more important. I will read the verse myself. Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam taya parata chetasam vaya visayatmaka buddhi samadhauna vidiyate. Translation, please repeat. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotion service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Devotees, this is very, very important verse. This is the general disease all over the world we have. And my analysis is this, that Western people have this disease more. We are all busy to enjoy the senses. Manoranjan, we want to gratify our senses. And if you tell someone, some person who's too much like, once I was in Tampa, Florida, and we were supposed to go Tallahassee, me and my godbrother Jankinath. And person was supposed to send us the ticket from Tallahassee, and it was delayed, and we were waiting at the airport for some time. So the ticket counter, the agent, he saw us, and he said, who you guys are? So my godbrother Jankinath explained, we are Hare Krishna. So what do you do, Hare Krishna? He said, we follow 4 regulatory principles. our first principle is no meat eating. He said, you guys don't eat any meat? No, we don't eat. Then no intoxication. Oh, no intoxication, yes. No liquor, no wine, no. When the third principle, he said, no gambling. When he said fourth, no illicit sex. Then he said, you guys are nonsense. People don't understand this. People think the purpose of life is to eat, to drink and be merry. So I was, Janki and I were watching this person. People don't even understand. Here, in this verse, the Supreme Personality of God and Lord Sri Krishna is explaining. We have to understand, and one thing, we cannot understand these topics unless a personality like Srila Prabhupada is there to explain us. Because pure devotees can explain the things as they are. And in general, we are lost in this material world, in this sense gratificatory process. Lord is saying, in the mind of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment. Generally we are all, me, you, he, she, we are all attached to sense enjoyment. And when we are attached to sense enjoyment, then material opulence. We want to be very opulent materially. And who are bewildered, then what happens? We get bewildered. Devotees, spiritual life begins from here. I am not this body. And in general, everybody is busy in sense enjoyment and material opulence. But Lord is saying, and who are bewildered by such things, they get bewildered, they cannot think properly. And then the resolute determination for devotion service. That I must become a devotee of Krishna, a person cannot think like this. To the Supreme Lord does not take place. When we cannot become devotee, then we stay, with filthy mind, filthy intelligence. Our intelligence becomes clouded. We cannot understand the things as they are. We give our own interpretation. I think like this, I think like that. Perhaps, maybe. This is our foolishness. So, we should all thank Lord Sri Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the cause of all causes. Lord Sri Krishna is the cause of all causes. As it is mentioned by Brahmaji, Ishvaraha Param Krishna, Satchit Ananda Vigraha, Anadhir Adir Govind, Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. Actually, this human form of life is given to us just to understand Krishna, come to his shelter. We belong to him. We do not belong to this miserable material world. This material world is not our home, as I was mentioning yesterday also. Sooner or later we shall be kicked out of here. Me, you, he, she, nobody can stay. But why we have become so foolish? Because yesterday I mentioned, and our old friend Dan Porterfield was not here yesterday, no devotion to Krishna, then there is no emotion, no devotion, no emotion, only commotion, problems. And no devotion, no emotion, only commotion, and then there will be no promotion to the spiritual world. And one should remember this notion. So, we are here to understand the things as they are, and we can't understand unless the personality, a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada is there to understand. So Krishna, this is Krishna's blessings to the whole world. Prabhupada is a representative of Krishna, true representative of Krishna. There are so many so-called representatives of Krishna, they are putting themselves forward. But Prabhupada is not putting himself forward, he is putting Krishna forward. Once there is one happening in US, devotees started preaching till our Gurudev Prabhupada is a God. And Prabhupada came to know and called those devotees, "You are preaching like this?" "Yes, Prabhupada." "Why? You change our life. We were devotee, we were doing all kind of dirty things and you made us devotees. So you are not less than God." They thought Prabhupada will be pleased. Prabhupada was very upset. "You think I am God? Nobody is God, only Krishna is God. You get out of here. You go and travel by foot in US and preach. This is the punishment for you." So God is only Krishna. Many comes, they put themselves forward. But what is our credential? I was mentioning yesterday also. Our credential is zero. We have 4 defects. Subject to commit mistake, senses are imperfect, cheating propensity, and to be illusion. Whatever knowledge will come from this defective body is also be defective. Only knowledge which is given by Krishna and explained by Krishna's pure devotee, that is going to be the perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge means as it is, no change. So many people have changed Bhagavad Gita, but Prabhupada presented Bhagavad Gita as it is. So what Prabhupada is saying in the purport of this verse, Samadhi is talking about Samadhi. Samadhi means fixed mind. And we should all have fixed mind. But if I inquire, my mind is running here and there, my mind is not stable, my mind is, totally foolish. Sometimes I think, I want this, next moment I don't want this. Accept and reject. This is the business of mind. Acceptance and rejection. I want this, I don't want this. So, Samadhi means fixed minds. The Vedic dictionary, the Nirukti says, Samayag adhiyate asmin atma tat yathatmayam. When the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is said to be in Samadhi. Samadhi means mind is fixed for understanding the self, who I am, from where I came, where I shall go after that, what is God and what is my relationship with God. This is a business. This we should be all doing. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned, Krishna bhuliya jiva bhoga vamsha kare. After forgetting Krishna, we want to enjoy our senses. Krishna bhuliya jiva bhoga vamsha kare, then what happened? Pashete maya tare jhapati yadare. In the back there is a maya, Krishna's energy. Krishna's external energy, maya. Actually, maya means which is not. Maya punished the jiva. Oh, you rascal. You have given up Krishna. And we don't understand. Yesterday, a little bit this topic came. We think, no, I can do this, I can do that, but we cannot do anything. Maya is punishing us, and she has driven us crazy. We are crazy people, more or less, in different degrees. So, Maya is punishing us, but we are not understanding that unless somebody is there to explain us. Prabhupada is explaining. Samadhi is never possible for persons interested in material sense enjoyment. Now we should understand where we stand. Whether I am free from sense enjoyment or not. It's never possible for persons interested in material sense enjoyment. Material sense enjoyment is condemned. Why it is condemned? Many people say this body is given to us by God, we should enjoy. No. This body, as it is mentioned by Krishna, that mamopetya punarjanama dukkhalyam ashashvatam. Those who are born, they are going to die. Punarjanam. And dukkhalyam means this material world is a place of miseries. But out of ignorance, I am thinking that I should enjoy. No. We can't enjoy. There's no enjoyment. It's a place of miseries. This body is for a punishment. So in spite of using this body to understand Krishna, understand ourselves, who I am, from where I came, where I shall go after that, what is God, Krishna, and what is my relationship with Krishna. This body is meant for that purpose only. But I am busy in sense enjoyment. I have no time from eat, drink and be merry. In Gujarati is mentioned, dham dhoom na dhadaka. In Hindi, khao piyo aur maja karo. There are some philosophers, there one atheist Kapila. He said, you beg, borrow and steal the ghee and enjoy. Who knows what is going to happen after that. Those who are atheists, they cannot understand the things as they are. Only pure devotees can explain us, and if we get the mercy of pure devotees, then only we can understand the things as they are. Otherwise, we will keep on speculating. I think like this, I think like that, perhaps, maybe, no. And we will waste our time. Devotees, we should not waste our time, but we should make the best use of our time. And best use of our time is to cultivate Krishna consciousness, is to become Krishna. I mentioned yesterday also, because me, you, he, she, we are going to sit in very big test. That test is departing from this material world. Right now, if I lose some little thing, oh, I lost this. But what is going to happen after death? When I will lose everything. What to speak of wife, children, husband, mother, father, property, bank balance, car, bungalow. Even this, I am going to lose this body also. Just imagine what is going to happen us. And we are not thinking in that way. Krishna has recommended in the chapter 13, verse 9, Janma mritu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. Birth is miserable. Child is born in such a filthy situation. Old age is miserable. Old age is curse, Vyadhi, disease are problematic. There was one woman, I was in Bombay, in one house, I was told, one elderly lady, the mother-in-law of my daughter, she is lying on the bed for 12 years. She passed through urine on the bed, and whoever comes to see her, how she is doing, her question was, oh, I am going to die, when I am going to die. The body is miserable, but we want to enjoy this body. There is no enjoyment. But unless until, like Srila Prabhupada is there to explain, we can't understand anything. But you know, in India, so many orators are there, they gather, big gathering, but nobody becomes devotee. People are there, they're just, a plain paper. They hear, heard from here, released from here. So, Srila Prabhupada is a gift of Krishna to the whole world. He didn't discriminate between white, black, brown, Hindu, Muslim, Christian. No discrimination. By His mercy, I was able to see this. He gave me a chance to be personally with Him. I saw Him very closely by His mercy. Such a great soul is very rare. So Prabhupada is explaining here that for persons interested in material sense enjoyment, then what happened? And bewildered by such temporary things. Everything here in this material world is doomed to decay. Everything here is temporary. But soul in the body is permanent. Natve bahum jatu nasam natvam neme janadipa na chaiva na bhavishyama sarve bhayam mataparam. Arjun, never was there a time when I didn't exist, or you, or all these souls gathered here in the battle of Kurukshetra. They existed in the past, they are existing in these bodies, they will continue their existence. Soul will stay forever. Soul never dies. That is our real idea. And we are in this material body to understand that soul. In the Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj, he happened to be born in a family of demons, but he is a pure devotee by the mercy of Naradji. So he is preaching to his friends. What is his preaching? He's saying, whenever his teachers names were Shand and Amark, they were the son of Shukracharya. Shukracharya is a spiritual master of the Asuras, demons. So his two sons were engaged to teach Prahlad Maharaj and other boys, together with other boys. As soon as they go out of the classroom, these teachers, Prahlad Maharaj gathers his children, his friends, and they chant Hare Krishna. And I remember this play was performed in Bombay in front of Srila Prabhupada. And in the play I had become the Prahlad. Very, very long time. And that time Giriraj Prabhu, he was Brahmachari that time. I was also Brahmachari. And when Asuras were bothering me as Prahlad, so Prahlad Maharaj was chanting, I was chanting, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The Giriraj Maharaj said, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada said, let him say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because Prahlad Maharaj mantra was this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He is chanting, he is fearless, and he was bothered like anything, but he became so staunch a devotee, even at the point of death, is not ready to give up the devotion to Sri Krishna. So, the very nice play, and Prabhupada like, and Prabhupada mentioned about Hiranyakashipu. One, my god brother, Jagat Purush, he has become Hiranyakashipu. Prabhupada said, thank you, Mr. Hiranyakashipu. He played the role of Hiranyakashipu. So, Prahlad Maharaj, chanting the holy name, he is not afraid of death. We are all fearful of death. But death is inevitable. And how we can become fearless, that is possible in this song I am going to sing today. Bhajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Brindare Bhaja Abhaya Charanara Abhaya Charanara Brindare Abhaya दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे तरहाए भव सिंधुरे तरहाए भव सिंधुरे अभय चरणर वृंद रे भजा घूरे मन श्री नंद नंदन अभय चरणर वृंद रे अभय चरणर वृंद रे शीत आतप बात बरीसन शीत ए दिन यामिनी जागी रे विफल से बिनु कृपन दुराजन विफल चपल सुख लाभ लागी रे चपल भजहु रे मना श्री नंद नंदन बजहु अभय चरणर वृंद रे अभय चरणर वृंद रे अभय ए धन यौवन पुत्र परिजन ए इति के आछे पर तीरे कमल दल जल जीवन टलमल कमल भजहु हरि पद नीति रे भजहु हरि भजहु रे मना श्री नंद नंदन भजहु अभय चरणर वृंद रे अभय श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण बंदन श्रवण पाद सेवन दास रे पूजन सखी जन आत्मनिवेदन पूजन गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे गोविंद भजहु रे मना श्री नंद नंदन भजहु अभय चरणर वृंद रे अब जय नंद नंदन Jaya Nand Nandana. Jaya Jashoda Nandana, Jaya Jashoda Nandana. Jaya Devaki Nandana, Jaya Devaki Nandana. Jaya Sachi Nandana, Jaya Sachi Nandana. Jaya Nanda Nandana, Jaya Nanda Nandana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Govind Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai. Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai. Jai Govind, Jai Govind, Jai Govind, Jai Govind. Jai Gopal, Jai Gopal, Jai Gopal, Jai Gopal. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Baladev, Jaya Baladev. Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Sudarshan, Jaya Sudarshan. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. Right now, we are fearful. Especially, we are fearful of death. But death is inevitable. Nobody can escape death. So how we can become fearless? As it is recommended by a great Vaishnava, poet devotee, Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj. Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj ki jai. What is his recommendation? He is not saying to anybody, he is saying to his own mind. O mind, just worship the lotus feet of son of Nanda Maharaj. Bhajo re mana Sri Nanda Nandan, which make one fearless. The lotus feet of Nanda Nandan, what will happen? They will make us fearless, no fear. Right now I am very fearful of that. Oh, death is going to come. What I am going to do that time? When death comes, I was talking in Canada. There is one Mataji. She was a nurse in one hospital. So once same topic was going on, and she mentioned that I have seen the real Canada. I said, what do you mean? Nurses, they see people dying. People at the time, they scream and yell, and they pass a stool and urine. Why they do that? Because they are fearful. Yamdutas comes. Very fierce looking faces, ugly faces. They are the soldiers of Yamaraj, Yamdutas. They comes and they know the art. They take away the soul from the body. Take away the soul from the body. And the soul is attached to the body. We are all identifying ourselves with this body. I am thinking I am this body, but spiritual life begins that I am not this body. I am soul, but that I haven't realized because I am busy in this material world, knowing so many sense gratification processes, busy to accomplish how I can enjoy more, how I can sleep more, how I can defend more, eating, sleeping, meeting and defending. This is the business. But I was supposed to do the real business, to cultivate Krishna consciousness, to become conscious of Krishna, come to the shelter of Krishna. This I was supposed to do. But I didn't do this. This is my misfortune. So, and when I didn't come to the shelter of Krishna, then what happened? I stayed on the bodily platform. Now the time has come to give up this body. As Prabhupada mentioned that we are dying every day. Yesterday has died from our life. I have come one day more close to the death. But I haven't come close to Krishna. My only business is to come close to Krishna by the process of devotional service. So Srila Govindas Maharaj saying, O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda Maharaj, which make one fearless. This fear, like, I have seen one such example. Srila Prabhupada. His name was Abhay. He was fearless. Once somewhere here in US, Prabhupada was preaching, and see how much fearless he was. He said, your civilization is the civilization of cats and dogs. Can somebody dare to say this in somebody's country? He said this. Some people stood, how you say this? He proved. When a child is sent to school, his mother's name is given, father's name is not given. Mother has few husbands, doesn't matter which one, he belongs to which one. So this is animal culture. This is not human culture. Human being means austerity. India was a land of austerity, but our foolish politicians after independence, they made India like the Western world because they were sense gratifiers. They were not devotees. They were in the guise of Hindus, but they were not Hindus. They ruined India. But anyway, Krishna sent Prabhupada again to set India right. So, we have to work for Krishna, which make one fearless, having obtained this rare human body. Govindas Maharaj is saying, this human body is very, very rare to achieve. cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons like Srila Prabhupada. Cross this ocean of worldly existence. This is our only business. Cross this ocean of worldly existence. Because we are not going to be here. We are here temporarily. Maximum 100 years. So who lives for 100 years? Nobody. And then what is saying? What's happening to you, my mind? Day and night I remain sleepless. Why? Suffering heat and cold. I didn't like heat, I didn't like cold, wind and rain. For a bit of flickering happiness, I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. For a bit of flickering happiness. Devotees, please repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. The happiness of this material world is very flickering. Flickering happiness. I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. Why have served vainly wicked and miserly men? Because they give me some money. I work for them. Devotees, we are not supposed to do anything here. Then what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to work for Krishna only. Only for Krishna. Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, gao Krishna naam, Krishna mata, Krishna pita, Krishna dhana pran. Krishna is my mother, Krishna is my father, Krishna is the life of my life. Krishna mata, Krishna pita, Krishna dhan. Krishna is the treasure of my life. But nobody told me. Krishna is sent his devotee and he made us understand. He explained us and we understood. Yes, many understood, but time has gone so much. Very little time is left. I will tell one happening. It took place in Africa, in Nairobi. Srila Prabhupada has gone there. Srila Prabhupada sanctified that land also. One of our god brother, his name was Ramanuj Das. Ramanuj Das was the book distributor. Nice book distribution he used to do. He was in a saffron dress, he was a brahmachari. He was distributing books, and then what happened? He happened to meet one Gujarati gentleman. His name was Mr. Ganatra, Raoji Ganatra, something like this. He stopped him, he saw a white man in saffron. He stood. Yes, he said, take this book. So what is this book about? He said, this book is about Krishna. And this Raoji said, a rich man, said, I don't believe in God. This devotee was very intelligent. He said, it's all right, you don't believe in God, but what's the harm reading book? He has no answer. He took the book and he read that book. What happened? Prabhupada's books are so miraculous. After reading the book, his life was changed. Again, he met, oh, thank you very much. You gave me the book, I didn't believe in God, but after reading book, no, you know what I have decided? What you have decided? I have decided that after 6 months, I'm going to join your movement. Ramanu said, why not now? He said, oh, my daughter is studying in India. She will come, I will get her married. Some other liabilities are there. After 6 months, I will be free. Devotee, this is true happening, I'm telling you. Then what happened? This Mr. Raoji Bhai Ganatra, he had some guests from London. He went to the airport to bid them farewell. He went to the airport. What happened? He bade them farewell, and he bade farewell to himself also. What happened? He went with them? No. He had a heart attack at the airport and died there. He is making plans of 6 months. He didn't know that a few days later I am going to die. This happened with so many people. Because we are lost in this material world, we don't know what to do and what not to do. We must become, there's no choice, devotee of Krishna and purify our intelligence. Purify our intelligence to understand the things as they are. Prabhupada is the one who can make us understand the things as they are. And what are things that as they are? We are not from here. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and my business is to serve Him, nothing else. Day and night I remain sleepless, suffering heat and cold, wind and rain, for a bit of flickering happiness. I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. You know, a person is very rich man, and another happening took place in Nairobi. I was there, and I was putting up with one family. They had a nursery. They sell the plants and flowers. So lunchtime came, they said, can we go in one house? We have to drop the flowers there. They are very rich people. Every day they 300 shilling. There are shillings in African country. In Kenya, so we can drop the flowers. I said, okay, no problem. We went to their house, and a big house, and the woman is dressed very gorgeously. Means she has so many ornaments, and she said, you want some to drink, cold, hot? I said, we don't want. We have to take the lunch now. So flowers were delivered, then we came. While we were coming from out of the house, there was a billboard. While going, I didn't see. While coming, I looked at that board. What was that board? It was written on the board, it's a high-class butcher. They were high-class. He has a business of killing the animals. High-class. There is a high-class butcher also. So he has the money, but he has no devotion, no bhakti. And this woman is also very rich, but they don't understand. So we are serving these kind of people. They give us money, we will become their servant. But we have to become servant of Krishna, only Krishna. Ekala Ishwar Krishna or Sabhavratya. Ishwar controller is only Krishna. We are all his servants. Right now, Krishna bhuliya jeb bhogavamsha kare pashete maya tare jhapati adare. I didn't want to become devotee of Krishna. I wanted to enjoy, and then that's why I have come under the control of Krishna's maya, and she is slapping me again and again. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth? What is the assurance? Youthfulness, sons and family members. This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Lotus petal, a drop of water is there on the lotus petal. Little move, and drop it fall down. Similarly, at any moment, like this person is making arrangement for 6 months, but he didn't know that a few days later I am going to die. So death is inevitable. And Lord is recommending Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. See the birth, death, old age, disease. You should see them, have a darshanam, so that you come to my shelter. Only I can protect you. Only Krishna can protect us, nobody else. So by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, predecessor acharyas, 6 Goswamis, we should come to the shelter of Krishna. This is the message. Otherwise, that is horrible. That is not good. What assurance of real happiness is there in all one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members? This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. This is the recommendation of a pure devotee, Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj. It is the desire and a great longing of Govindas to engage himself in the 9 process of bhakti. See, Govindas, what is his longing? Is a desire and great longing of Govindas to follow the 9 process of devotional service. Namely, hearing the glories of the Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering Him and offering prayers to Him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worshipping Him with flowers and incense and so forth, serving Him as a friend and completely offering the Lord one's very life. One day we are going to offer this life to death. But before that comes, we offer our life to Krishna. That is the perfection of life. Another happening took place in Africa. Srila Prabhupada in the last days, 77. 77. Prabhupada was in Bombay. I had the opportunity to serve him. So, one man, we were buying their house, his house in Mombasa, very palatial house. And this man has come Bombay, and I came to know about him. I asked Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, this person's house we are buying there, can you see him? Prabhupada said, yes, okay, bring him. Person came. Prabhupada told him, his name was Rajan Madhvani. He said, Mr. Rajan, one day we are going to give up everything? Yes, Swamiji, yes. So then you should give up this house for Krishna. But he didn't do that, Oh no, it's not possible. So, Prabhupada preached these words. Recording was there, I don't know where happened to that recording. So devotees, we should remember this and become like this. Sooner or later we will be forced to give up everything. Me, you, he, she, but we don't know. On which age? At any age one can leave. But we should learn to give up for Krishna. Because this is what Krishna is saying. You come to my shelter, worship me, and serve me, then I will give you a liberation, I will protect you. Samadhi is never possible for persons interested in material sense enjoyment. When one is enjoying the senses and bewildered by such temporary things, sense enjoyment is temporary, devotees. They are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. Those who are after sense enjoyment, they are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. We don't understand. I was telling one person, oh no, I only do this. That is the only nonsense. But you do this, that is the only nonsense. But I am coming to the temple chanting, that may be there, but your intelligence is corroded, you cannot think properly. To think properly, you must give up sense enjoyment. No more association with the fair sex. Man is thinking of a woman, woman is thinking of a man. This is the disease. We should be thinking of Krishna only. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram. But I have no time. My mind is busy in thinking of fair sex only. Then what is going to happen? And even death is going to come, horrible death. What is going to happen? Oh, fear. Oh, where is my wife? Call her. Oh, no, wife cannot do anything. She cannot do anything. Call my husband. He cannot do anything. Only that time Krishna can do if you have come to his shelter. And Krishna is ready to help me, you, he, she. But I am not ready to take his help because I am lost in this material world. So by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we should get out of this kind of situation and come to the shelter of Krishna. Then that is the perfection of life. That is the perfection of life. Totally surrender unto the lotus of Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanvedanam. Atmanvedanam, total surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna. Total surrender is required, and before that time comes, we should work hard. If I am surrendered unto Krishna, like Prabhupada totally surrender, Krishna, Prabhupada was brought up to London in 77. He said, no, take me back. But then secretary said, Prabhupada, so many devotees are waiting for you. They may be waiting. But now I want to go to Vrindavan. Take me back Vrindavan. Prabhupada was brought back to Vrindavan. He stayed there. And there, during Kartik time, he left for the spiritual world. While remembering Krishna, in the end of his life said, Hare Krishna. Left his body. So this is a glorious living. We all have to live. But if our living is not glorious, then it is horrible, not good. Thank you very much for listening, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna. Everyone, Jai Shri Krishna. Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Samastadesh Tarane. Hare Krishna. Time is finished. I'm not like that. You put like this. That may spoil. Any question, any comments? Yes.
I closely followed the
Huh?
I closely followed the bhajan that we did today. I have a question on the what assurance of real happiness is there in all one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members? My mind can take what assurance of real happiness in there in wealth and youthfulness, but how do my mind cope up with the assurance of real happiness, sons and family members? Because every day I wake up in the morning, I have to see the children and the family members. So how do I cope up with the mind with the
By coming to the shelter of Krishna. By becoming devotee of Krishna.
Maharaj, when I go back to the home, when I see the kids, and if this resonates in my mind, I don't know. So how would I cope up in this situation when I look at the kids and I see there is no real happiness in them?
No, actually, as Krishna is recommended in the chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita, I mentioned yesterday, Sarva Dharmani Paritajye Mamekam Sharanam Brija Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshishami Mashuch. Give up all varieties of religion and come to my shelter. I shall deliver you from the reaction of all your sinful action. Do not fear and do not worry. This is the Krishna's recommendation. Actually, as I mentioned, we are not supposed to do anything here. We should be doing everything for Krishna. We are not from here, but out of ignorance, we are busy in doing so many things and wasting our time. This is a waste of time. We have to only cultivate Krishna conscious.
Doesn't this threaten the family relations?
Huh?
Doesn't this threaten the family relations?
One day is going to come when you will be forced to give up your family.
Yes.
Then what is going to happen that time? Relation is going to be severed, you know. Sooner or later we are going to give up family, wife, husband, children, father, mother. This is our attachment. This attachment has to be severed, you know, with the Krishna consciousness. We should give up everything. Even a young man can be forced to give up his body, you know. Is that right? Many young people died.
Yeah, it is a scary idea to give up the family at this age of life.
But now what is going to happen when you will be forced to give up everything? That won't be scary. That will be more scary. But if you give up yourself, then you will settle onto the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, worshipping him, and then Krishna will take care of everything. I give one example. I had one cousin. My uncle was very wealthy man, and my cousin, you know, he didn't study, and he was a little naughty boy. So my uncle married him in a very young age. He became a father of 3 children, 2 boys, 1 girl, and at the age of 26 he died. And 1 boy was born after his death. Left 4 boys behind. You think now they must, and his wife also, you think they may be suffering now? 1 boy became the Air Vice Marshal in India. Very big post. All other boys, 2 other boys and girls, they're all settled now. And this, my cousin brother's wife, she became the disciple. She said, please initiate me. She's chanting Hare Krishna. So, actually this is our unclean mind is thinking in so many ways. But when we head towards purity, then everything is settled. Krishna takes care of everything. Our filthy mind thinks, oh no, like this, like this. So the filthiness has to be removed before it gets too late. Generally we are all getting late, but better late than never. Try. Even we are late, let us try. Try is the key of success. You understand?
Yes,
What's
Maharaj.
your name?
Naresh.
Naresh, you are from Rajasthan?
Telangana, Andhra Pradesh,
Oh, very good, very good. Telugu Desham.
Telugu Desam.
Very nice. So, good thoughts are coming in your mind. You know, there was one devotee, his name was Gadadhar Bhatt. He was from Telangana, from Andhra Pradesh. And he wrote some, words, and they happened to seen by our great Acharya Srila Jiva Goswami. And this Gadadhar Bhatt was a Brahman, Bhatts are Brahman. And Srila Jiva Goswami sent 2 of his devotees, go and get this person, he's such a big, wonderful writer. They came And it was morning time, there was a bell, and he was cleaning his teeth with the datan. What do you call that datan? Twig. Cleaning the teeth with the twig. And this 2% quiet, we came to know about Gadadhar Bhatt. You know where he lives here? And he was Gadadhar Bhatt. He said, from where you people have come? He said, we have come from Vrindavan. When he heard Vrindavan, he fell down, unconscious. When he came back to his conscious, he didn't go home. In that situation, he came to Vrindavan. There he became a great devotee. He was a pure devotee. His pastime is beautiful pastime, you know. Gadadhar Bhatt stayed the rest of his life. You know how great he became? Once a thief came to his house, and because he was reciting Bhagavatam, so many people will come. Their lives were getting changed, like Prabhupada changed the life of so many people. His lives were changing, they were becoming devotees. And what happened? There was one man, his name was Hari Singh. He was going to his discourse, Bhagavad discourse. So he became detached from his wife. But wife was not a good person. She was a lusty woman. Oh no, since he is going to that katha, no, he's changing. She hired one a beggar woman. This beggar woman was pregnant. In those days she gave her 20 rupees. You go and when this discourse is finished, say, oh, you made me pregnant, now take care of me. So she stood up in front of everyone. And she said, no, take care of me, now my time has come of delivery. So Gadadhar said, where you were all these days? I was thinking of you, which was not true. People were worried about what's happening. Then one saint took her, this woman, tell the truth, otherwise people are going to kill you. And she said, actually, the wife of Hari Singh, give me 20 rupees. And he said to these things. Then truth came out, and Hari Singh took his sword, I'm going to kill my wife. And Gadadhar Bhatt said, if you do this, you cannot come to my discourse. Don't kill her. Gadadhar Bhatt was so wonderful personality. One thief came in his house. He gathered everything and made very big, heavy load on his head. No, he's not able to lift. Gadadhar Bhatt, while lying, he is watching. He came and he helped him to put that load on his head. He said, who are you? The thief is inquiring. He said, I am Gadadhar Bhatt. Oh, this is you. He put up. He said, I'm not going to take. He said, no, it's okay, you take. You risk your life. You risk your life, and now I will get more. I don't worry. He said, no. And then, this thief became devotee by his mercy. By the mercy of Gadadhar Thakur, he became pure devotee. Then what happened? And this thief talked to another thief. This happened. He said, you are nonsense. I will go and I will bring everything. He also came. What happened? When other thief came, he became blind. He cannot see anything. Then Gadadhar said, who are you? He said, I am thief. I came to steal your things, but I cannot see. He also became devotee. This is the mission. Prabhupada will make these kind of people devotee. If we become devotee, then our consciousness will change. We will become happy people. You understand, Mr. Telangana?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah, try. My family people, they wanted to get me married. So many allurements came, but Prabhupada protected me all the time. He protected me. So many places in Africa, in India, in Toronto, Canada, big allurement came. When you remember Prabhupada, he will help you. And you have to become strong devotee. If you are attached to any sense of enjoyment, that sense of enjoyment won't let you go back home. Keep in mind. I have also one devotee, I think he's from Belgana or Telangana, he's also from that side. But he's attached to the sense enjoyment. I am telling him, oh Maharaj, I will do this little thing. That little thing is the cause of all bondage. He doesn't understand. His intelligence has become so clouded, I can't explain him. Can't understand. So I pray to Prabhupada, help this guy, When time will be gone, then he will be simply sorry. He won't be able to say anything. You understand, Mr. Telangana?
Yes, Maharaj.
Thank you for your understanding. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Any other question anybody has? Yes, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
So our approach to Krishna is like out of distress or fear, or to develop love for Krishna.
Fear is also required.
So fear will take us to love for Krishna.
Huh?
The fear, initial fear, then it will lead us to devotional service, and devotional service will take us to love of
Yes.
Godhead.
Yes.
So we have to engage
Fear is required. Why people are so nonsense? They have become fearless. Oh, who has seen the God? Who has seen the death? I like to enjoy, eat or drink and be merry. When death will come, it will pass the stool and urine. But fear is required. Fear is important.
So at some point the fear will go away with devotional
Yeah, why
service.
not? You will become fearless.
I'm very
By the
fearful.
mercy of Krishna, you will become fearless. Like Govindas Maharaj recommended, Bhaja Hore Mana, Sri Nanda Nandan, Abhaya Charanara Vrindare. You will become fearless. Right now, why fear is there? Because my consciousness is not pure. See how fearless was Prabhupada at the age of 70. He came traveling around the world on the basis of Krishna consciousness, just to please his Guru Maharaj, please Krishna, nothing else.
Maharaj is staying in Grihastha Ashrama, so we are like bonded with so many things. So
We are?
in Grihastha Ashrama, so when we are in Grihastha Ashrama, so many things are there which makes us more fearful. But
Yes.
a person who is like a sannyas or in that line, so it becomes more easier for them. But as we are continuing in our Grihastha Ashrama, how do we make ourselves very fearless?
Try to get out of here. One day you will be forced to give up Grihastha. When you will be forced, you cannot do anything. Like my cousin was forced, he left 3 children, one child was born after his death. So, what happened? The children, they are all taken care, they are, all well settled.
So we do our duties at home, but like still mind is always with Krishna.
Yes. Our duty is real to become Krishna conscious. But we think that this is the duty, that is not the duty. Real duty is to become conscious of Krishna and return back home, back to Godhead. That is our real duty. In this human form, we don't have to do any other things. These other things, eating, sleeping, mating, depending, we did in animal life. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
In this life, only to become conscious of Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay?
Haribol Maharaj.
Haribol, Hare Krishna. You are also from Telangana? No.
No, Maharaj, I'm from Odisha.
Odisha, very good.
Yes.
I love Odisha. My Lord Jagannath is from there.
Yes, Puri.
Odisha is beautiful.
Yes, Maharaj, please come to Odisha more frequently.
But you won't be there, you are here, so...
But the beautiful, there are so many devotees.
Huh?
There are so many Odia
I go
devotees
to
are
sometime,
there.
I go there.
Yeah.
But I like Jagannath Puri very much. Jagannath Puri is very beautiful.
Thank you,
Lord
Maharaj.
Jagannath. You are Brahman from Odisha?
Maharaj?
Are you from Brahman family?
Yes.
I look like it, I can see. Brahman's business is to only work for Jagannath, not anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Jagannath Swami Nayana
Patagami
Patagami Bhavatumi.
Haribol.
Where is your husband?
Yesterday he came. He is with the kids now. That's what the Grihastha Ashrama. So
He's
he's with
the
kids at home.
kids at home.
Yeah, my
He's
kids
taking
are.
care of the kids. He is also religious like you.
Yes, he's
How
also.
many kids you have?
I have 2 kids.
So with the kids, your husband come to us.
Yes.
You can come to us in Vrindavan, stay there, and Krishna will take care of you.
Haribol.
Prabhupada has built a house in which house the whole world can stay.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Acha. Oh, acha, your husband,
Yeah.
your son.
No, she is my mother.
She's
She is
your
my
mother.
mother. And person you met yesterday, he is my husband.
Husband,
Yes.
Today is taking care of the kids. Huh?
Yes. Yesterday I was taking care of them.
Okay.
But he will be listening online.
Acha, acha.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj.
One thing, what's your name, Mataji?
I'm Supriya Radha Debidasi.
Supriya Radha.
Debidasi.
To gain something, we have to lose something. To gain Krishna, we have to lose this material world. But the day will come when we will lose everything and we haven't gained Krishna. Nothing is there in this material world. What we can get out of this material world? Nothing. We are working for nothing. We should only work for Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay.
No. Thank you, Maharaj, for visiting us, being here for so many years, and please continue to come here. Your
You
blessing.
please continue to invite us, you know.
Hare Krishna.
You continue to invite us, we will continue coming here.
Yes, Maharaj.
Because of the COVID, we couldn't come.
I know.
As just recently COVID finished, I said, let me go and see the devotees in Seattle and Vancouver and everywhere.
Manu Prabhu called that you are coming here. So, I see even in a
Show me your face.
Nice time.
Huh?
Yes, Maharaj.
What's your good name?
Damodar Prasad Das.
Damodar Prasad. You are the Prasad of the Damodar. You are also from Andhra Pradesh? No.
Telugu Desam.
Okay. Not Andhra Pradesh, eh?
No, I'm from Hyderabad. Yeah.
Very good. Telugu Desham. Eh?
It first called me when I met you a couple of years back. Hare
Now
Krishna.
we are planning to make that Bharat Desham.
Bharat Desham.
NT Ramarao. He gave the Telugu Desham.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Welcome.
And Maharaj, you see there are some lectures and bhajans. They are near the bookshop. And Prabhu is actually, you can, for a small donation, you can actually get them. Wonderful bhajan. Questions. And His Holiness Navayogendra Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
No problem.
Hare Krishna. Those who are not met yesterday, Maharaj, please come forward. Oh, yeah. Okay, 1 second. Where is Shridhar Gopal Prabhu? One of our congregation.